All right, guys, honesty moment. I didn't think when it came to vanilla scents that I wouldn't pretty much prefer them because I didn't want to smell like the inside of like your local beauty store, but that all changed when I got this fragrance right here. Let's get into it. Stick around. What's up, you guys? Just want to begin by asking, how are you? How have you been? And whatever part of the world you're existing in. I just want to talk to you about a fragrance that I had on my radar for a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean about a year, 2 years ago, that I haven't really picked up until recently. But you know, life happens like that, especially in this hobby we have of ours. And that fragrance is none other than Ani by Nishane. Nishane is a very popular Middle Eastern niche brand, and they've been dominant with a few of their scents in their lineup, and this is definitely one of them. It's a very vanilla-based scent, which I gotta be honest with you, I don't really gravitate towards vanilla-based scents. I always thought they were a little bit two-dimensional, if that's, you know, the proper word for it, but this has enough nuances in it to actually, like, you know, attract me within it. So let's get into it. Provide a bit of background info. Nishane is a Middle Eastern niche brand located in what is now modern day Istanbul, Turkey. Now, Istanbul, Turkey serves as this bridge between Eurasian and European cultures, and why that has any significance to the brand itself is because once you experience the brand, you understand that it does intertwine European styles and Middle Eastern styles in terms of perfumery, such as the airiness that you expect from French or the note heaviness from Middle Eastern brands, but it does it in a beautiful way while also having some boldness. Like, a lot of Nishane scents are bold, in my opinion. And for the name itself, Ani, that's inspired by a folk song called Sari Gillen. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, you know. But anyway, little background info about the scent and the brand. Now let's get to the packaging. As you can see here, this is the Nishane box. Standard Nishane box. Ani at the top. Name of the fragrance. Then you have the Nishane logo. And then you have your fragrance info on the back here with your serial code. Comes in a slide out box as well. Slide out box is black, very sleek. Still have your gold Nishane branding and a logo. Also is in a straight concentration, so longevity is pretty good to say the least. Now, this is one of my favorite packaging features, and that is it comes with this envelope, and we'll get to that later. But here is the bottle that I've shown so far in the video. Very minimal, but just enough detail. Some people don't like it, but I do, especially with the gold cap and the gold around the sticker on the front. And here is the envelope again. Let's open it up. It has a postcard travel style with it, and you have your fragrance notes on the front. Yeah, just like little details like this that comes with the product itself. Little details like that. Let's talk about the wearing experience. All right, I've been wearing this for a little bit now, both in and out of the house. Got my daily uses and whatnot. But first, let's do a note breakdown. So top notes, We have our bergamot, our pink pepper, our green notes, and then the ginger, followed up with the middle notes of the black currant, the rose, and the cardamom. Then we have the star of the show, the dry down, with the vanilla, the benzoin, patchouli, the woodsy notes, and the musk. Now, from my experience with the top notes, that bergamot blast from initial spray is undeniable. You know, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get hit with that. But then there's this creaminess texture that comes along with the bergamot, and it's very pleasant, I would say. Then you have your ginger, which is going to stay prominent from the top down to the dry down. But interestingly enough, the green notes is what gets me, because when I'm wearing it, it took a few moments to notice. And by moments, I mean 2 or 3 wears, that it reminded me to another similar Nishane fragrance, and that one was Oolong Cha. I haven't reviewed that one yet, but it's coming. Just want to let you know that there's that similarity with that. And then of course the pink pepper gives that bergamot an elevated brightness to it. But once we go into the middle notes, personally, I get the cardamom, a hint of rose, not really much of the black currant, but that cardamom, that spice, is going to be a player that stays from that transition on down to the dry down. But then the dry down is where the magic really happens. So like that vanilla is the star of the show, of course, but the woodsy notes along with the patchouli and the musk, but more so the woodsy notes, some benzoin, and the patchouli always gonna make this vanilla fragrance separate itself from all the sugary, burnt sugar, mass appealing standard scents on the market right now. And I can very much appreciate that. To go even further, I would even say that there is a reason why some would say that Ani is more so masculine leaning, or at the very least more approachable in the men's, side of perfumery, just because of the spiciness adds to the vanilla. It's not very feminine leaning, but to my opinion, it is very much still a unisex fragrance. Women love this stuff as much as the men do, so don't let that deter you from, at the very least, experiencing Ani. Or, if you like it enough, go and cop that bottle, because this is actually decent stuff, you know what I'm saying? I can't even lie to you. But that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for sticking around. Like, comment, subscribe. Have you bought Ani? Have you tried Ani? Do you want to buy Ani? Do you want to try Ani? Just let me know. Until the next time, cheers.